7 Essential Skills for Project Managers. By Pabta Penny. Leadership. The first skill is leadership. You have to make sure you are leading the team and not just managing. That means you have to provide vision, communicate that vision to your team, provide a roadmap, and motivate your team, and even coaching if necessary. Every team needs someone to support it, but at the same time that person must not be afraid to call out the team when needed. Communication. You might have an amazing idea for the project, but if you can't communicate this idea to your team, that idea won't come to fruition. Another important skill for project managers is the ability to communicate well. That means understanding others and having others understand you. The first thing to do is to get to know your team and build a good relationship with them, then naturally, the good communication will follow. Planning. Scheduling is the core skill a project manager uses almost daily. The extent to which you are effectively able to plan will play a direct impact on the success of the project. Not being able to properly plan the schedule, the project won't succeed. Make enough plan that if something goes wrong in the current plan, you have a backup plan and everything can continue to run. There is a quote often attributed to Benjamin Franklin that says if you fail to prepare, you are preparing to fail. Time management. One of the main jobs of a project manager is to determine what each of your team member will be doing with their time. But it is also important for you to manage your own time. When it comes to time management, it's about differentiating important matter and urgent matter and know which task needs to be done first. If you have trouble doing so, use the Eisenhower's prioritization matrix mapping. Risk management. The ability to predict what could go wrong comes from experience. So in the beginning, you might not be very good at it, but as you gain more experience, you should be able to see and judge which issue would arise from the situation using to your knowledge from your past experience. After identifying the risk, you should come up with a plan to nullify it. Negotiating. A good project manager must be a good negotiator. Working in a team, each team member might have different interests. These interests might compete against each other. As a project manager, you should be able to have these people with conflicting interests to work together. Negotiation doesn't stop here for project manager. You also need to negotiate with the client and the suppliers. The key to being a good negotiator is to find the middle ground where everyone feels like they win. Subject matter expertise. You need to know the platforms or the system your team use, so you can effectively communicate with your clients, stakeholders, suppliers, and even your team members. Knowing what's feasible and what's not is invaluable. You can save a lot of time in communicating with your team and start on the important task if you already know how things work.